Hey guys, Mike here from Old Man Things, and welcome to the old frog and toad with a toad in his throat or a frog in his throat. I'm gonna tell these stories, get myself laughing, and then just be a coughing fit, um, which I wouldn't enjoy. So I've been wanting to do a video about certain topic, and before I go any further, meet me down in my old whiskey cellar. See you there. Hey guys, so I'm in my whiskey cellar. I know this isn't a scratch on the surface compared to others, but you spend money on a nice bottle of scotch, right? Like I've got like this one. You spend good money on this stuff. So you want to be able to experience the fullness of what you're going to drink. So that's the whole point of this video. I'll meet you back in the old frog and toad. So that was my wee whiskey cellar. It's not a scratch on the surface compared to some. But I will say this: if you do have a whiskey cellar, um, make a little log of what you have. So at least that's what I do. I like that. So anyway, so this is about Glencairn, the Glencairn glass. Let me show you. It's for smelling and tasting whiskeys. Mainly, it was made for single malt Scotch, but people use it for bourbons, Irish whiskeys, Canadian whiskeys, anything. But it's a Glencairn glass. It's a Scotch whiskey glass. I was gonna show you my collection because it's not. I had a lot of time on my hands for the last 4 weeks. There's not much out there, so I thought I'll do a video about the Glencairn glass. So it's shaped here. Usually, you put between 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of your whiskey, whether it's a single malt or, and it's, and for, I mean, I'm a single malt guy, so it's, when you pour your whiskey or your single malt in there, you leave it for, it's, if it's a 12-year-old, it's a minute in the glass for every year in the cask. So you would leave it in here for 12 minutes. Now I got a little, they call it a jam jar lid, and I leave that lid on. So after that 12 minutes, and you go to open it up, you take that smell. I mean, it just is wonderful because it's built up in there. So I love the little jam jar lid, but um, so, and I mean, I'll pour that and that'll last me all night. That little bit, and usually if it's anything more than 40% alcohol, I put a bit of water with it. So that opens everything up. And I would suggest if you are in the starting out and you're going to be buying single malts, look for stuff that's 46% or higher and non-chill filtered. Get the ultimate experience and flavor. Here's, I'm having a cup of tea in my Hudson Bay mug. All right, so then the next glass they make is known as a Canadian whiskey glass. And this one you could put ice in there, or you could drink it neat again. It's just kind of different, neat shaped. So that's also a Glencairn. And then Glencairn takes it one step farther, and they call it the wee Glencairn, and it's the little tiny glass. So if you want just a sip of scotch, you don't usually drink scotch. Spend that much money on a bottle of scotch to get all liquored up. At least I've never done it. So you want just the experience of the smelling and just a bit of tasting, but you don't want to do it all night like you would with this. You get the little wee wee, my voice, sorry, the wee Glencairn. It's getting better though, I think. So I thought that was really neat. Then I don't know if I'm saying it right. Copita. Copita is Copita glass, and that's was always been the official tasting and smelling single malt Scotch. And this is also a Glencairn, and you can also get a smaller lid for that. So I like my lids. So that's really neat, isn't it? When you get, that's like with pipes. You don't just have one pipe. You got all kinds of pipes. You got all kinds of lighters. You got all kinds of tampers. Well, that's how it is with single malt Scotch. You get a bit ADD. What is it, AD or whatever? Anyways, so then you want to step it up even more. You guys, you want to set up your, like with pipes, you get the little thing out and you pour your tobaccos in it, and let it dry. Well, this is called a Glencairn tray. Isn't that nice? It's all wood. So you put your Glencairn, guess you could do 3 of them to do tastings. You could do 2 and then a water jug. Isn't that nice? I just love that. It's all velvet. That's the Glencairn tray. And then you have the Glencairn water jug. Because as I said, it opens it up. The flavors, the taste, the smell, when you add a wee drop of water. And this is the Glencairn water jug. Now take it one step further. And you can go into, now you think to yourself, all right, I've got the Glencairn. It's great. I'm spending all this money on these scotch. I want to drink in style. You get this. And I shall show you. Well, before I show you, I want to show you this. And I can't say this either. It's a thing where you for your water. And I'll show you if I can open the bloody thing. So you would fill this up with water, and then you take this, and there's a little wee hole. See the little hole? You take this, you dip that in there, and then you put your finger over that hole, and then this fills up with water, and then you go over your glass, and you take your finger out, and it lets it go. But what's neat is look at the top. It's a little Glencairn. I thought that's neat. These are real fragile. I can't imagine how easy it would be to break it. So this one I got, it's a nice presentation box. So first I'll show you, this is known as the wee water jug. So this is the water jug, and this is the wee Glencairn water jug. Isn't that neat? And then you get a nice crystal cut, hand crystal cut Glencairn, and I really like this. I just think that's really nice. So anyhow, that's the Glencairn. But wait a minute. What if you want to travel? You want to take a wee, like when I went to Alabama, I took just a glass, but you take a chance it's going to break because look, it's just thin, right? It's the Glencairn travel set, and it comes with 2 Glencairns, but you can take one out, and you could put your wee water jug in there. And this isn't going to break. You travel with that. I think that's fantastic. I wish I had this when I was in Alabama. that's my collection of Glencairn stuff. Now they do have a gin goblet, I think they call it. It's hard to find, and it's not very cheap if you do find it. So I haven't decided yet if I want to get that or not. I mean, I would love to have it, but anyways, all right, guys. I'll probably do one more video about something else that I've been wanting to share for a while before my voice gets well enough that I feel like I can tell a story, because I got a great story I got to tell you guys. So not this next video, but the next one. And I think it's hilarious. I was thinking of it last night and was giggling as I was trying to sleep. I got told off. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Cheers. And toodle pip.